Hello. Hello and welcome, everybody. We are back. Back in business. Back in action. Hopefully everybody's doing well. It's just going to be another, classic sort of shiny hunt stream today. Nothing crazy, nothing original, just good old-fashioned shiny hunt. So hopefully everyone's doing alright. Hey, Harold. How are you? And anybody else who may be lurking as well. Okay, so let's just get into it. So I don't have any particular targets, pretty much just whatever's there. So what do we have? Spinnerack, Oat Scroll, Wallaby. Okay, so we got a couple of good ones. How about in actual Paldea? Cyclizar. I do actually have 2 shiny Cyclizars. You're not doing too good? I'm sorry to hear that. Exactly. I think this looks like a glitched spawn. I'm pretty sure this one is glitched. I'm doing okay, actually. Had a very quiet day today, which is not necessarily a bad thing, I suppose. Quiet days could be nice too. Ooh, Halucha. Okay, so there's a couple of good spawns. So we'll just go through them. We'll start with Wallaby, I think. Alrighty, so we're at the first site of okay, here we go, yeah. So, why is there so many random Pokemon around here? Alright, well there's one Wallaby here. That's the thing that I'm looking for. There's everything else. There's everything but Wallaby in this area. Are they like spawning? Are up here Wapper? What's Wapper? Pokemon? Wooper? Yeah, Wooper. There's no Woopers here, I don't think. Lots of Hoot Hoots. Lots of other. Hey bees, how you doing? You doing okay? You're doing okay, bees. You just woke up? What time is it where you are? If you don't mind me asking. $12 PM. Oh, so it's midday. Okay. Well, good afternoon, I think. Yeah, it's good afternoon, right? Because it's midday. As opposed to good morning. You slept late. I mean, it's fair enough. You said that your schooling was like, online, right? And is it Saturday? It's the weekend. Yeah, no stress. There you go. So, no big deal. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, this Outbreak is, I don't know whether it's glitched, but there's like, the Pokemon that's supposed to be here is just not here. I'm supposed to be finding the little Wallabies, but there's no Wallabies. How was your week? I was just working, so nothing too crazy. Sleep at 3, usually you go to sleep at 1 or 2. That's not that late. I mean, it's late, don't get me wrong, but for a weekend, I feel like that's okay. What do you work with? I work in a coal mine. Hey, there was a Wooper, Harold, you were right. I just saw a Wooper. You were right. I missed it before. This is one thing that annoys me about this game. They make this really good shiny hunting mechanic. And then the Pokemon just doesn't spawn. Oh, maybe it's because it's nighttime? Is it because it's nighttime all the owls are spawning instead? That might be it. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, fixing a sleep schedule could be really hard. There is a lot of, like, there's a lot of stuff that we'd all, like, rather be doing, I guess. You have school on Saturday, that sucks. But your school days are, like, shorter, right? Like, isn't it only from, like, is it, like, from... Oh, no, wait, you're at college, that's right. Wait, you have college on weekends? That's crazy. Do you have 6 days a week of college? Oh, it's only 7:30 to 11. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm like the opposite. Like, I would rather have more hours and fewer days. I know some people would rather have less hours, more days when it comes to work, school, whatever. I'm the opposite. I say I'd rather work like 4 10-hour days and have 3 days off. Hey, Flyer, how you doing? Slept at 9 PM, woke up at 3 AM. Harold's wife. I don't know if you're Harold's wife. No. In the same city. You know, when Flyer first came by my stream, I actually genuinely thought this was your alt account, Harold. I'm not joking. Like, at first I genuinely thought you were messing with me, and you were like logged on like a different device or something. No, because bees. I'm telling you, like when Flyer first came to the stream, he was saying that I actually don't know what they are. They were saying this is, I'm Harold, this is my alt account. And I was like, really? I believed it for a bit, actually, truth be told. No, it's not your alt. I know that you're 2 different people now. It was just the first time that you came by. People always like to trick me. I can be pretty naive at times, truth be told. It's not that I'm naive. I mean, I guess I am naive. I like to just trust people at their word. Like, if somebody tells me something, like let's say, you know, one of my like work colleagues is like late or something, and I ask, you know, hey, why are you late? And they say, you know, oh, my car broke down. I'm not gonna like press it. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's fair enough. That sounds reasonable. I'd rather try and believe people if I can. Say D's nuts jokes with no remorse. I'm not the biggest fan of D's nuts jokes. Alright, I'm gonna come back later to this outbreak because I'm kind of sick of seeing these Pokemon that I don't want. Do I own a cat? I am a cat. How can I own a cat? Wouldn't that be like illegal or something? I feel like it would be like a crime if I was to own a cat. But we were talking about sleep a second ago, and here's a question that I would like to pose to everybody in chat. Would you rather that you never have to sleep again, or you never have to eat again? So you can still sleep and you can still eat. If you want, but you don't need it. Never have to sleep, never have to sleep. I would also be team never have to sleep. Okay, let's buff up the eat option, because I feel like the eat option is not that, like, powerful. How about not have to eat or drink? Ever. Okay, no, let's expand it. You never have to eat, drink, or use the bathroom. Or never have to sleep. Yeah, it's OP now. Use the bathroom. Yeah, so you become a plant, you become photosynthesis. You also generate a limited amount of oxygen for other people. Okay, no, maybe not that part. Okay, so I'll say the options again. It's either you never have to sleep, so you always feel, like, reasonably well rested. Or you never have to eat, drink, or, like, use the toilet. That's... I don't know what you're talking about, Liar. Let's not go into stuff that's as gross as that, please. Yeah, you'd still rather not sleep. Yeah, the thing is, I agree. Like, not having to sleep, it literally opens up, like, between 5 and 8 extra hours of, like, your day. Like, put it this way. Put it this way, folks. If you live to be 100 years old, you'll have spent approximately 30 years of your life asleep. How messed up is that? Yeah, it's a rip-off. But if you eat... No, the thing is, Flyer, you're allowed to eat. But you don't have to eat, is what I'm saying. Like, you don't ever feel hungry. You can still eat. And you can still enjoy the food. And let's just say you won't gain weight either. Like, you won't, like, you know, you could eat, like, whatever you like and you just won't gain weight or anything. It does nothing. It's just purely for taste. Or you never have to sleep. You can just still choose to sleep if you want. But you don't have to. You never feel, like, tired. It's not quite being immortal. I don't know if you'd want to be immortal either. It's something that I've always thought about. Like, being immortal I feel like is really bad. Because eventually you'll have experienced everything. You'll just be so bored. You want to become immortal? No. Would I like to live for like 500 years? Sure, I'll say I'd like to live like an extra long lifespan. But I would not want to be immortal. Like, I think it would be cool to live like 500 years or something like that. So you get a lot done. Like, assuming that you sort yourself out in the first like 50 years, you could live really comfortably for a long time and enjoy lots of stuff. And I feel like 500 years is pretty good. It's not too long. That, you know, you'd probably want to die every second, but it's not that long. To the point where, I'm out of words. Feel the pain. I mean, some like iterations of immortality make it that you're like you're immune to everything. Like, you don't age, you can't get injured, you don't feel pain, etc. It depends on which type of immortality we're talking about. Yeah, I feel like not having to sleep is too overpowered. Like literally, you regain like so many years of your life. Send some doodles on this. I'll check them out after the stream. I'm in the zone right now. We need to be careful not to kill too many. I don't want the outbreak to disappear just yet. Yeah, not having to sleep is really strong. One of the DC Comics, Superman is the only one left in the universe. That's the thing I always thought about with immortality, right? If, let's say, like, a supernova destroys... Sorry. I, like, lost my voice for a second. Let's say a supernova destroys the universe. If you were immortal, like, purely immortal, would you not just be floating in empty space for all eternity? Yeah. That's crazy. The heck? You weren't a Terra type Pokemon before, you were just a normal Pokemon. Can't do that, you can't just switch what you are. Yeah, he doesn't have the glow. Why did he transform? That's weird. Oops. That is too comfortable. That's a mood for sure. Having a really comfy bed. Can the Hulk get old? Is the Hulk immortal? Like, I'm not very up to date with superhero stuff. I just thought he was green. Isn't that his superpower? He's big and green, like Shrek. Just die from his own radiation. Is he radioactive? Let's head back to the Volibee outbreak. Let's see if the let's see if this is but I believe it's daytime, so let's see if there's actually Volibees here. Or maybe maybe it's just gonna be owls again. Grandmaster and the Hulk are both immortal. Who's the Grandmaster? Magnus Carlsen, the chess player? Gamma rays? Is that a real thing? The Hulk's power is from gamma radiation. I don't even know what gamma radiation is. I know that gamma is the third letter of the Greek alphabet. That's about it. That's where my knowledge of gamma comes to an end. Aha! Now they're here. Hello there. I don't actually remember what this shiny looks like, to truth be told. Why'd you pick a cat as your mascot? I like cats. I am a cat, that's why. I figured, you know, I'm already a cat, I like being a cat, so maybe I should make my avatar a cat. It's the perfect mascot, exactly. Gamma ray, the penetrating form of electromagnetic radiation comprised of radioactive decay of atomic nuclei. It consists of the shortest wavelength electromagnetic waves, typically shorter than those of X-rays. That's crazy. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds cool. Biotechnology. Yeah, I don't know anything about science. He can't drive. Is this Herald? I'm sure he could drive if he put his mind to it. Oh, you can ride a motorcycle. That's cool, Harold. I didn't know that. You're like Maya. Maya can drive and motorbike. I can drive only, not motorbike. Cars are easy to drive. You can drive illegally. Probably not something you want to admit to on a Twitch stream. For all the world to see. Breaking news. Flyer Fox Drago drives cars illegally. You don't, but you can. I mean, technically anybody can do anything illegally, right? Like, you could steal something illegally. It's just a fact. Doesn't mean it's right, it just means it's possible. But you have to be 18 to drive in... I think you're both in the Philippines, right? Yeah, you are both in the Philippines. Isn't there like a thing where you can drive when you're younger or not? You can get a student's license. Yeah, it's the same here. You can get a learner's permit when you're 16. But you can't be licensed to drive on your own until you turn 18 at least. And then America is really weird. You can start driving when you're 14 and get your full license when you turn 16 in some states. Which seems, for my liking, it's a bit too soon, but you know what? Those Americans will do whatever they want to do. So you have to rent a student car? You can't own your own car until you get your full license? Oh, okay. I mean, here, you can own a car whenever. It's just you're not allowed to drive it until you have a license. But most people borrow their, like a family member's car, like a parent or an older sibling or something like that when they're learning how to drive. Because when you're learning how to drive here, you have to have a fully registered driver in the car with you. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto driving. You're in the island. Most people don't have a license, but they drive. Yeah, well, is it like a rural sort of area where you are? Because I can imagine in places like that, they probably don't have the resources to track down every person who's driving without a license. It'd be like somebody in Australia who's like in like the outback. You know, a 14-year-old driving around in like the bush. Like realistically, they don't have the resources to enforce it. As long as they don't cause any trouble, like there's not really any way to stop people from doing it. Whenever there's a checkpoint, they stop and wait until the police... Wait, so there are checkpoints, they actually do care? Bruh. You can kidnap Harold soon. And take him where? Where are you gonna take him? The number of Wallaby is getting lower. I think I can go a bit, I can kill a few more before I have to stop. Jabbly. I don't know what Jabbly is. Yeah, I don't know much about your country. Oh, Jollibee, okay. The fast food joint. fair, fair, fair. It's Jollibee. Yeah, yeah. I pretty much just know that it's a fast food joint, that's about it. So if he's in the same, no stress, no stress. You can use Food Panda. Panda, panda, panda. What's Food Panda? Is it like Uber Eats, basically? That sort of thing, like it's a food delivery service. Okay, yeah, gotcha. I'm learning so many things today. I should actually figure out what this shiny looks like. What does this shiny actually look like? Shiny Bulbabee. Okay, it's more like... It's like hot pink instead of this like violet sort of color. And the tips of its wings are brown. It's Gang Gang International. Don't know what that is. I'm gonna turn off autosave for a bit and make a manual save. I don't want to accidentally clear this outbreak. Gang gang. That's like the thing that like kids say. They're like, "Yo, gang gang." I don't know what that means. I'm assuming this is some sort of joke that requires an intimate knowledge of a language that I don't speak. Oh, we're just going to be the shiny Volibee for a while. Maybe Fly's power went out or something. Or their internet dropped down. I'll be back in a sec. Oh! That's a shiny! I was not expecting that. Ducklet! What the heck? I'm not even hunting you. Alright, I'll take it. That was very unexpected. Just took a second to send a Discord message. There we go, Pink Dark. Yeah. That's one shiny for today, that's pretty good. The shiny for... I should save. The shiny is not that different that it would be necessarily easy to spot. I mean, I'll have to actually see it when it appears, but from the images I saw, it doesn't look that obvious. The shiny Volibee. I don't know how the game decides when it gives you a shiny. Like, I'm hunting this Pokemon, and then it just gives me a random other Pokemon instead. Such is life. Okay. So at this point, the Outbreak is nearly at its end. So now we just do the... Do we do the camp method or the runaway method? I don't know. Let's try camping. See how the camp goes, and then if it doesn't work out, we can do runaway. Okay, I don't think the camp method is going to work. Nothing spawns in. Violent Ghost. I'm sure they'll be back. Maybe they had to do something quickly. I wish I had a better idea what this shiny looked like. Hey, welcome back, bees. You fell asleep? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry the stream is so boring. It put you to sleep. Hey, Neko, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're doing okay. We're just doing a bit of a shiny hunt. I caught a shiny just then, actually. I got a pink duck. Look at this. But welcome. That's okay. Been something right. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going through stuff. Just hang in there. No, I don't mind if people fall asleep watching my streams. It doesn't bother me. As long as you get something out of the stream. Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye. I only found out about that meme like a couple weeks ago. Actually, it's probably a couple months ago at this point. I've kind of lost a sense of time. Like this past year. It simultaneously feels like everything's going really fast, and it also feels like everything's going really slow. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if anybody else can relate. You did unsparse? I've got it at unsparse. Game is just sort of watching relaxing. Yeah, that's true. Because of what I'm doing, it's not exactly like super engaging. It's just running around looking for a slightly different colored pixel. You're not the slightly different one. It's glad to see you again. I've been seeing you too, Neko. I've been seeing you too. Yeah, hopefully whatever's going on will get better soon. And hopefully we can see each other around a bit more. Have you tried the League of Legends version of Pokemon? I haven't tried the League of Legends version of anything. I've never played LoL. The only, like, one of those type of games I've ever played is Pokemon Unite. That's the only, like, MOBA I've ever played. It's just not really my scene, to be honest. You do play Unite? I have been known to dabble in Unite, yes. We've got a pretty good team together. Myself, Maya, Remrem, and then whoever else is online. Azure Fang's not bad. Luca's not bad. But me, Maya, and Rem are the core team. Oh, truth be told, it's me and Maya as the dynamic duo. Who's my main? Alolan Ninetales. I almost exclusively play Alolan Ninetales. This is why I could never play League, because whenever I play a game like that, I just pick one character and just play them exclusively. I feel like you can't really do that in League. Like, you kind of need to play around your team's strengths as well. In Unite, you can get away with it a little bit, I feel like. You should play Cramorant, that's interesting. Oh, you do that in League now. Oh, okay. They nerfed Cramorant? Yeah, Cramorant used to be really strong. Like, Cramorant's one of those weird Pokemon in Unite. They're very squishy, but they do a lot of damage. Use Buff Bug, Buzzwole. Buzzwole's not bad. Yumi. Yumi has the same voice actor as Morgana. That's cool. You watch 3 streamers, including me, and they're all Aussies. Yeah, I think you did say that. Neko, you like Persona? I think that Neko Please might be one of the biggest Persona fans out there. At least one of the biggest Morgana fans, for sure. If not one of the biggest Persona fans. At least in terms of Persona 5. You have so much Persona art? Yo. Well, Neko also streams. Do consider giving them a follow if you like. Yeah, I'll drop you a shout out. There you go. For anybody who's not following them, do give them a follow. They're a Robo Kitty. With their jazz club. Called the Cat's Meow. I remember, don't worry. I haven't forgotten. Every time I look at these Volibes, I have to wonder, is this a shiny? I genuinely don't know. Don't fade approvals one. No, I'm sure, like, the people who, like, your true friends and fans and supporters and stuff aren't gonna forget you that easily. Like, just like viewers and stuff can come and go, but like actual people who know you and care about you will remember you. Don't worry about that. Recently got into Persona. Nice, nice. I played Persona 5 when it came out. So we're talking like a few years ago. Royal. I've heard Royal's really good. I think at this point though, I don't know if I can justify playing the game again. It is very long. Oops. Size Palace. That's pretty close to the end, I think, right? It's like the 5th or 6th one. Sixth, I think, right? Yeah, it's the 6th palace, right? Yeah, I did enjoy Persona 5, I will say that. Well, Persona 3 is getting a remake. I don't know if you guys are excited for that. They're pretty much making it in, from what I can tell, it looks like it's like Persona 5 level graphics, but it's Persona 3 story, which is cool. Persona 3 Reloaded, that's it, yeah. I remember years ago watching my friend Luca, actually. I watched him play like some of Persona 3. He was emulating it, of course. And he had like turbo speed, he was just going through like tons of battles. I can't remember why. Maybe he was just grinding. I vaguely remember that, but I don't remember watching much of the game. Probably just like an hour or so I watched him play. Hey, Kermit, thanks for the follow. Alright, just looking for a shiny Volibee right now. Can't tell if I've already missed it. Or my eyes are like, just not functioning properly. The streamer is... It's a Kaji? Skyrim, yes. I don't remember what they say, like, I have precious wares to sell. Something like that. They'd say something like that. It's been years since I played Skyrim. I did actually like Skyrim, I will say that. I know Skyrim gets a bad rap, but it is actually quite a good game. How's it going? It's going pretty well. We got one shiny so far. I'm hoping to get a Volibee, if possible. But we just got a random ducklet while hunting for these Volibees. But I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing okay too. Hey! Honey. I'll call you Tommy, how's that? How you doing, Tommy? Welcome to the Kazuya. To the follow. It just feels a bit weird calling somebody I just met Honey. It seems like a very personal name. So we'll go with Tommy. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. Just doing a bit of shiny hunting, which is, it's just like one of the things I do to relax, so it's a very chill stream. Yeah, hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully you guys will enjoy vibing along and just hanging out. We had chicken and waffles for breakfast for you and your pet pig. How is it having a pet pig? I didn't even know what that would be like. Hey, welcome back, bees. Are you doing a union circle? No, it's just a just doing a shiny hunt. The union circles can get a bit glitchy when you're shiny hunting. Like the Pokemon can like spawn and despawn at random. So I prefer to just do solos. It's a little like, I would hate to, like, have the shiny be right in front of me and then, because, you know, another player, like, walked away, it despawns. I would cry. He's your support animal. That's nice. I never really owned that many pets. I think the most common pet that I owned is fish. Like, little fish, like goldfish and stuff like that. I never had, like, a big pet. Because I am the pet. Well, I'm a cat. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm a pet. You transferred your Pokemon from the DS to Violet. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I know they're disabling like the DS online stuff, so it's probably a good idea to get everything moved over. Oh, his name's Waddles. That's cute. Your sister got a French Bulldog puppy. French Bulldogs are so cute. You have a shiny Arceus. How'd you get a shiny Arceus? Did you... From DS? Did you, like, do a hunt for shiny Arceus on, like, Platinum or something? Bruh, that would take some commitment. Oh, it was an event. Okay, okay. I was gonna say, bro, if you, like, did, like, the, whatchamacallit? The Void. In Pokemon Platinum to get Arceus and you shiny hunted that would take dedication. Aww, it's been crying because it's in a cage most of the time. That's sad. Let that little puppy out. Let him enjoy their environment a bit. Shiny Darkrai. Shiny Darkrai is quite nice. I think I have a shiny Darkrai. Because I bought a second-hand copy of Omega Ruby, and I remember there was a lot of shiny Pokemon, and I think one of them was a shiny Darkrai. It's just in Pokemon Home right now. Gave your shiny Diancie to a streamer for their birthday. That's really kind of you. I imagine that would be quite rare. It's fun fact, Diancie is the only mythical Pokemon that I don't own. Well, that's actually not true. I've got it in Pokemon Go. It's the only one that I don't own on a mainstream Pokemon game. As for shiny mythicals, forget it, but yeah. Did you ever get that one shiny from Pokemon Shield? Nope, I never got Blacephalon. It's on the back burner. It's been on the back burner for a while, actually. I just have no motivation to go back to it. Yeah, so for context, for those who don't know, I was doing a series of Dynamax adventures to get a shiny Blacephalon. And after 200 and something victories, I still didn't get it, so I've kind of given up. It's over double odds. Like, I should have gotten it by now. But yeah, I could still come back to it someday, but you'd have lost your mind at that point. Who's to say I didn't lose my mind? Yes. Got a shiny Heatran? I'm good, I'm good. I'm sure there'd be other people who would probably appreciate it a lot more than I could. Stretch. I can do a stretch. Okay. Thank you for the redeem. Hey, Drax. It's a kitty cat. It is a kitty cat. Hello. It is I, kitty cat. Lots of new people today, and welcome everybody. Bruh, this shiny Volbeat is gonna drive me insane. You meow meow meow. And meow meow meow. How are you today? I'm doing okay. You're a tired demon? That's okay. I think we're all a little tired. But welcome, nonetheless. Hope this stream can help you relax and recover. Hey, random. Wait till you get a DS you can hunt Tepig. Well, I think if you own Pokemon Violet, I think in the next expansion you're gonna be able to hunt all of the starters. No, I'm pretty sure every starter is coming to Pokemon Violet. I think that's what they said. It's 5:56 in the morning, goodness. You didn't... You've been awake all night, or did you just wake up? Yeah, DLC 2 All Starters coming back. It's so cool. Why would you hunt it on Switch when you have a Gen 5 copy? You know what, fair point, fair point. It's 11 AM for you. It's 9 PM for me right now. Okay, this has just turned into a time zone check. Oh, you don't have Scarlet Violet. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I didn't know. AM. Also, wouldn't it be eggs in the DLC? I think they may just be in the wild. In like the trailer, but correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody who's like maybe more knowledgeable. Drax, it seems like you might know. I feel like I saw the Pokemon were just in the wild. The starters, anyway. Trying to adjust your sleep schedule because you work third shift. What is Iron Wake? They might be in the wild, it looks like. That'd be cool. Iron Wake? Isn't Iron Wake... It's one of the... What are they called? The Legendary Beasts, but it's turned into a robot. Still trying to figure out what this shiny actually is going to look like. I feel like I've looked at so many of these Volibes. Walking Wake, that's it. Yeah, it's the Suicune. Alan Wake, Alan Sheep. I actually played Alan Wake. Isn't there an Alan Wake 2 or something coming out? Speaking of. Yeah, I can't remember how I got a copy of Alan Wake. I think it was part of like a Humble Bundle or something. Back when, no offense, back when Humble Bundle used to be good. I'm pretty sure I got Alan Wake through that. I played it for a couple of hours, actually quite enjoyed the game. Alan Sleep. Oh, I thought it said Alan Sheep. Like counting sheep. Well, either way, the joke worked, because it was relating to sleep. Bro, I really don't know what I'm looking at with this Pokemon anymore. I could have walked past the shiny like 10 times and I don't think I would have noticed. Yeah, I'm hoping that the starters are in the wild, because I don't like using Masuda if I can help it. Egg shiny hunting. I know that the egg hunts in this game are actually faster, but I kind of don't like it. I think I've gotten too used to doing Masuda hunts with the old method. Because I did quite a few Masuda hunts in Pokemon Shield. Yeah, it's mind-numbing, true. Like, Outbreaks aren't that much better, but at least it's, like, somewhat engaging. Because you have to, like, you know, look out and all this sort of stuff. You did 2 and that was it. I genuinely can't tell what the shiny's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be like a darker red. You got shiny Cranidos in Shining Pearl and Hisuian Growlithe in Violet. Nice! Cranidos is a great shiny. It's a Pokemon that I would really love to get shiny someday. Hisuian Growlithe is also really good. I think I got a Hisuian Growlithe. Cranidos is one of your favorite fossils. It's definitely up there for me as well. The way you maintain yourself during hunts is expect every shiny to be 3 times over odds. Oh, that's why I didn't get Blacephalon. I only did 200 raids. Oh, well, sorry, I only beat Blacephalon 200 times. I need to beat it another 100 times, and then maybe I'll get it. I think it just ticked over to nighttime, and because the Volibes I think can only spawn during the day for some reason. Schoolwork has been taking most of your time. Yeah, I feel that. I've been on the college grind as well. Don't you worry. So I feel your pain. Tyrant is your second favorite, and then Armaldo. Yeah, Tyrant also has a really nice shiny. I feel like, just in general as a Pokemon, Tyrant is a little too similar to Cranidos for my liking. But it's a cool Pokemon, and it's got a great shiny, so I can't complain that much. Armaldo's not bad, as far as shinies go as well. Sorry, fossil, not shinies, fossil Pokemon. I actually don't know what shiny Armaldo looks like, TBH. Blue shinies are amazing. Yeah, both Tyrant and Cranidos are blue, right? Drawing assignments go either worse. What sort of stuff do you have to draw? Is it like graphic design or something like that? I feel like you've told me about your course before, but I don't quite remember. Was it graphic design or was it like some sort of animation course? It's one or the other, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, your After Effects class. I think that might be what I'm thinking of. If you're asking me, Drax, I'm long out of college. I've been out of college for a number of years. I don't plan to go back. But if you're asking Neko, you're welcome to answer if you like, Neko. Yeah, I remember you had some sort of class like that, but I can't remember what your actual, like, course is. Been drawing, have these old cutscenes, you have to draw Tom and Jerry over and over. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. I remember you were doing something to do with animation. You never went to college, you went right into working. I think either option could work. I know for some people they have like familial pressure. Like your parents like, no, we expect you to go to college or uni, whatever it is where you live. Which I don't like that mindset. Yeah. Because you can be plenty successful without going to college. Like 100%. Like you don't need to go to college. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to college. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not turning around saying college is a complete waste of time and you should never go. I'm not saying that at all. But you shouldn't have to go, and it's sad that some people get like that expectation put on them. Your grandparents are putting pressure on you. That's fair. It's fair what you're saying, like how like you said you don't want it. I'm not saying it's fair that they were putting pressure on you. That would completely betray what I was saying just before. Oh goodness, this is going to be a pain in the butt. So I'm looking for a little blue spider now. Once it becomes daytime, we'll go back to the Volibee outbreak. Yeah, I do think it's sad that some people get forced into going to college because of just familial pressure. Like for me, I did actually want to go to college, and I did get to study what I wanted in the end. Like it wasn't like I was forced to study something different. So I really can't complain. But at the same time, I don't think that people should have to go. It worked out for me. I'm pretty comfortable in my life. But it doesn't necessarily work out for everybody. You didn't even know what you wanted to do except for wrestling. I mean, it's fair enough. You can make a career out of that, really. It's obviously tough, but it is like a valid option. I'm all for people exploring their passions. What, you actually were a wrestler? That's cool. You made a career out of it, but then you had a serious injury. Ah, that's sad. I can't even imagine what that would be like, having like, you know, an injury that just like means you can't follow your like career path anymore. It's kind of scary to think about. Like literally like your whole life just gets flipped on its head because of a probably random accident, right? Damn. Oh. But anyway. Let's see if we can get at least one more shiny today. Oh, thank you for the resub, Neko. Thank you for the 16 months. Goodness me. I do appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. This heart shattering happened in 2019. But therapy's help. That's good. As long as you, like, that's the thing whenever you have like something like that happen. Having somebody that you can talk to, whether it's a like therapist, psychologist, or even just like a friend or family member, you need to have somebody there. And I'm glad that you were able to get the help that you needed. Yeah, so do appreciate the resub. Hey, Drax, thank you for the follow. I could have sworn you already followed, but there you go. Thank you for the follow, it means a lot. My coach has shown you stuff. Couldn't have let that side Adobe Illustrator InDesign. Like, yeah, that's sort of what I was getting at a bit before. I kind of went off on a tangent. Like, college can teach you a lot of valuable things. It's not a waste of time by any means. Like, there's a lot of good stuff that you can learn from it. It's just sad that, like in your case, it sounds like you didn't really have much choice. I went fine before you just found me scrolling. And I'm chill. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. That's pretty much what I'm aiming for. I just want credit. The streams are mostly pretty calm. When I play games with other people, it gets a bit more excited, but yeah. Oh! Shiny spider. It's a great shiny, actually. Ah, didn't get caught. That's a really good shiny. Looks like cotton candy. Yeah, a little bit. Very nice. Good stuff. There we go. Some fishers weave its sturdy threads and nets to catch fish Pokemon. Okay. Trying to figure out how to get into college. You have an idea what you want to do, so to figure this stuff out. Well, best of luck to you. I don't know what country you're in or how college works there, but I do wish you well. And that's really what college is all about. It should be that it's from the USA. Yeah, I have no idea how college works over there. I know that like you guys actually have to like apply to college and stuff like that. Like you have to write like a letter or stuff like that. Yeah. Your dad forced you. Yeah, I'm sorry. That shouldn't be what it's like. It should be like with your situation, Tracks. Like you actually want to go. Like you got a plan. You got an idea. And you're like, you know, keen for it. Yeah, sounds painful. Yeah, Australia, it's kind of the opposite way, at least for like high school students. I don't know what it's like to apply as a non-high school student. I don't know anybody who's, well, at least I've never spoken to anybody who's gone through that process. But as a high school student, applying to college is actually really easy here. As long as you're a student that like studied here. You basically put in like your list of like basically your preferences for what college you want to go to. And then you get your like score at the end of your high school. And basically if you have the score to get into the course that you want, they will like send you a letter. They'll say, hey, we've got a place for you because of your score. That's it. You don't have to apply for most courses. For a big part of your life, all you want to do is wrestling. But when you are old, you had other plans. Yeah, life had other plans. I mean, it sounds like, you know, like literally like a just random accident, right? You had no control over that, unfortunately. But at least you're looking at other options, you know, you're picking yourself up, taking life by the horns, seeing what else is out there. That's good. I respect that a lot. It takes a lot of courage, actually, to pick yourself up like that and put yourself out there again, really. But I don't know much about the application process. I can't even give you, like, tips or something. The way, like, school and stuff works in America, it seems so scary and complicated. Here it's really easy. And, like, not that the school is easy, it's like, the structure of everything is like, pretty easy. You're in a match, you got spiked, ended up with a 3rd degree concussion, which was your 20th or 30th time. Jeez. Concussions are bad, man. Bad news. Yeah, once it gets to that sort of point, you really have to just say, like, look, I have to look out for myself. And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you didn't, like, try and push yourself beyond, you know, your physical limits, I guess. Yeah, concussions are scary. I've never had a concussion, but I know people who have had them. The way they describe it sounds really awful. Had a lot of them, you get them easier. Oh, so like once you've had a few concussions, you're more likely to get concussions in the future. Gee. I guess it makes sense. It's like a concussion, and correct me if I'm wrong, a concussion is basically your brain like smacking up against your skull, right? If I'm not wrong. It's something like that, yeah? I mean, just that idea sounds horrifying to me. So for you to have lived with like 2 or 3 dozen of them, that's scary to think about. Never tell if you're shiny or not. Brain smacks against the walls of your skull. Okay. Oh. It's a wonder that people can make it through 1 or 2 concussions, but like, they've gone through like 20 plus. It's scary. Straight out kill you. Really? I know it's like if you have a concussion, you need to make sure that you don't like fall asleep, right? Because that will like actually kill you, I think. And it's a really dark topic, sorry folks, but I'm just genuinely curious about this. Blitz the league makes them look. Is that a game? I assume it's a game. Yeah, concussions are bad. Bad news, bears. You gotta stay up for 12 hours. Shit. Yeah, after hearing this story, it makes me kind of glad that I'm not really a sporty type. I was just, you know, playing my computer games, watching my animes, reading books, all that sort of stuff. Mortal Kombat meets football, jeez. Hey, Willow, thank you for the raid. What'd you get up to today, Willow? Doing some music. Were you singing? You did not win? You were a nerdy wrestler. Hey, that's cool. I was there only the last half hour, so okay. Yeah, I figured you meant American football, Neko. I always assume that when people talk about football, they're referring to whatever it would be in their country. So Americans, it's American football. Europeans, it's soccer, and Australians, it's Australian football. Ah, Dead by Daylight. You like that game a lot, huh? I feel like you're always playing Dead by Daylight. You didn't win? That's a shame. You didn't win as the killer or the survivor? Yeah, staying inside is definitely looking very appealing now. You don't get concussions playing Pokemon. The Naughty Bear skin, even out in DVD. I think I saw you tweeting about Naughty Bear a couple days ago. I saw somebody tweeting about Naughty Bear a few days ago. You don't remember anything you did? It was uneventful. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it being uneventful. Naughty Bear isn't out yet. Which killer is Naughty Bear going to be a skin for? Trapper. No, that makes sense, because Naughty Bear does kind of do that. I never played the game, but I remember watching somebody play it, like, years and years ago. It was one of those games that was, like, really random, but, like, I remember people actually quite liked the game. Like, at the time, I was thinking, like, who made this? Like, you're just, like, a psychopathic teddy bear. But, you know, it was a popular enough game. Played Naughty Bear all the time. Super gruesome, yeah. It's a really random game, though. Like, who comes up with these sort of ideas? Naughty needs to come back. Well, if he comes back in DBD, that could be a good starting point for, like, a future thing. Who knows? Trapper is horrible. I mean, isn't it more just the case that, like, a lot of the, like, later killers are just more interesting than Trapper? Like, I feel like Trapper is very basic. Like, you have your bear traps. That's about it. Whereas there's, like, Legion. Oh, which one's Legion? Is Legion the one that looks kind of like a character out of Watch Dogs? Like the person with like that electronic mask, and they like have like a like dagger or something. I can't remember what Legion does. I've never played DBD. I've just watched Rem play it a bit. I think he'll only make the DBD community hate him. I don't think so. I'm sure that there'll be plenty of people who want to play. Perhaps having no grass makes his trap super obvious. So it sounds like maybe he's just due for a rework. Because like when the game first came out, I remember all the maps had grass, right? Like there weren't any like fully indoor maps, so it probably made more sense for him to be better back then. It's one of those things, it's power creep, right? Like the game is moving faster than that character has moved in terms of their abilities. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Chris, who's your favorite Pokemon? Piplup. I got a Piplup plushie actually a few days ago. Somebody gave it to me. It was very nice. Characters never moved up to 2018. Jeez. It's just to play with boss to avoid the toxic nature of DBD, but what fun is that? I'm sure if you play with friends, it's probably not that bad. It's like with any competitive game. There's always going to be toxic people. It's unfortunate, but that's just the truth. Your favorite's Eevee? Eevee's great as well. I love Eevee. What's your favorite evolution? Vaporeon's your favorite? Okay, yeah. I don't mind Vaporeon. It's got a nice shiny too. Can I eat the cat? No, you cannot. You can give head pats to the cat, that's about it. Or you can throw things at the cat. But you cannot eat me, no. Not for human consumption. Or any consumption for that matter. You're welcome, Miguel. You've used all the evolutions except Leafeon and Glaceon. Yeah, I feel like Leafeon and Glaceon are... I don't want to say they're the worst evolutions, although it's probably true. But like, I don't see them being that like popular. I mean, Glaceon, it's because it's an ice type, and the ice type sucks. Leafeon, I feel like there's just better options. Like you can just have a grass starter. You know. I knew that was coming. The copy pasta. What am I doing? I'm shiny hunting. Right now I'm just waiting for it to become daytime so I can shiny hunt a different Pokemon that only appears during the day. I've got two shinies this stream. I got a shiny Ducklet and I got a shiny Spinarak. So this little spider that's here. I'm seeing if I can get a second one. Then I can evolve one of them maybe. Hey Azure Fang, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Leafeon, there's better options. Glaceon, there's better options for ice types too. Yeah, and in general, the ice type is not that great. Your favorite Pokemon are Piplup and Tepig. My favorite Pokemon is Piplup, so there you go. Tepig is pretty good as well. I'll respect the Tepig too. But Piplup is my favorite. I think probably the only thing I don't like about Tepig is it's the third generation in a row, it's firefighting. It's a good combo, don't get me wrong. And I love Embor's like especially the in Pokemon Black and White, the way its fire looks is so cool, especially on the shiny. You have to choose two starters from any gen to be your first Pokemon. Which ones would you choose and why? Piplup and Squirtle. I pretty much always pick the Water-type starter. In most generations, the Water-type starter is my favorite. There's just a few where it's not. Like, Generation 9, Sprigatito is my favorite. And, in Generation 8, What's his name? Scorbunny is my favorite, but I always pick the water type starter. But two of my favorite Pokemon are Piplup and Squirtle. Squirtle's a P-boy? Hey, that's a bit rude. He's in the Squirtle squad. Superior is superior. I've, like, never found somebody who actually likes Superior, so... You are, I think, the first person I found below that actually likes Superior. Trico and Litten? Trico is really good as well, I'll give you that. Oh, maybe swap Squirtle for Mudkip now that I think about it. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, when you said Gen 3, that reminded me of Mudkip. I was like, oh yeah, I probably would. Sceptile can Mega Evolve into a badass. Wait. Sceptile is a Mega Evolution. I like, that's the thing, I didn't really play much of Pokemon X or Y, so I didn't really know that much about Megas. And in Sun and Moon, I never really mucked around with Megas either. Sceptile's got a Mega. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Sceptile's cool. I feel like Generation 3 probably has the best overall, like, not sure. Oh no, not that copy pasta too. You're on a bit of a roll with these copy pastas, Miguel. I'm not gonna read it out. I don't have the energy. Do a Joker voice. Speaking of Joker, they're making Joker too, aren't they? With Joaquin Phoenix. And Lady Gaga. That's right, it is Lady Gaga. She's Harley Quinn. Pokemon are animals. Bad, yes. Pokemon are animals. Shouldn't be thinking anything like that with them. But yeah, Lady Gaga's an interesting choice for Harley Quinn. She's been in a few like acting roles. Is Lady Gaga can Lady Gaga actually act? It's gonna be a musical. Yes, I did hear that. I think that's what that was like the condition that I can't remember who it was. It was either the director or Joaquin Phoenix was like, I'm only gonna do a sequel if it's a musical. She was in American Horror Story. Yeah, that's true. But like my question is, was she actually good? Or is it just like pure star power? Like they're like, oh, people will recognize her because she's Lady Gaga. Like, was she actually good in American Horror Story? I guess is my question. Can she act? She was good in European? Fair enough, that's good enough for me. Because I know sometimes people just try and get like a celebrity to be in their like project because it makes it more it builds up hype. But if she can actually act, that's good. And if Joker 2 is going to be a musical, then it's probably good that they get somebody who can actually really sing. I don't know if Joaquin Phoenix can sing. I've never heard him sing. Maybe he can. Didn't recognize her now. Yeah, honestly, if you showed me like pictures of people and asked me to guess which one is Lady Gaga, I don't think I could get it. But she looks quite different now. Like she's not as like outlandish with the way she dresses and stuff anymore, right? Like I remember for a while she would have like these really weird outfits. Like there was the time when she was in the meat dress or stuff like that. But she doesn't really do that anymore, right? You don't like musicals? If John Cena's in a cast, everyone who watched the movie would call the filmmakers for false advertising. Yeah, because you can't see him. I wouldn't say I like or don't like musicals. Like, I feel like they can be good and they can be not so good. I wouldn't say I like or dislike the entire genre of musicals. Like, I did watch La La Land, and I thought that was quite good. I also watched, Les Mis, the musical version that they did a few years back. I thought that was pretty good too. Les Miserables. But then I've also watched High School Musical. I'm like, yeah, those movies are just okay. So I wouldn't say I like or dislike musicals as a whole. They really get carried or sunk by the songs. Like, I feel like a musical can get away with having a like crappy sort of plot or like overall story if the songs are good. And the big thing the High School Musical has is the songs are actually pretty catchy. It's been years since I watched those movies though. Many, many years. But yeah, John Cena's been in like quite a lot of things recently too, right? Like he's really like fully breaking into acting. Does he even do wrestling anymore? Or is he like just a full-on actor now? Big music, you love mixing stuff in Fusion. Oh yo, you're mixing stuff too. He's back in wrestling this year as his last. Ah. They're gonna like wrap up his storyline or whatever. That's cool. I mean, how old is John Cena? He's like in his mid-40s now, right? It's probably a good time to leave it. Because he's making bank, I'm sure, off all of his movie roles. Like, he's even got a couple of TV series and stuff like that. I mean, say what you will about John Cena, and I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that you can say, but the guy is like one of the most prolific contributors to, what's that charity called? Make-A-Wish. I think he's actually like the #1 person who's like delivered Make-A-Wish requests. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure at least at one point he was the #1. So say whatever you will about the guy, but he's done a lot of good too. And he's also generated many good memes, like Bing chilling. He's in Fast and the Furious. He was in the Suicide Squad. Like, he's been in like some pretty big roles. He got, I think, a spin-off TV series from that Suicide Squad movie as well. Respect John Cena, you admit you used to not like him because the hype, but now you realize the hype is amazing, wrestling isn't the same. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, second shiny, there we go. Heck yeah. Yes, Peacemaker, that's what he was in the Suicide Squad. There we go, we got the second shiny Spinnerack. Boys. I mean, because even a lot of like the creative brains are like not there anymore, right? Like, didn't Vince McMahon get into some legal trouble? I could be wrong, but I feel like he got into some legal trouble. I know he's not really like involved with the production anymore, at least, but I think he may have also been in some sort of legal difficulties. And if he's not, forgive me, Vince McMahon, don't sue me. Let's clear this Outbreak out. I should save my game, I don't have autosave on. switched off autosave so I don't accidentally empty an Outbreak. I think it's getting to be daytime. Maybe we should head back to the Wallabies. Bruh. Love how in such a short time we got 2 shiny Spinneracks. That whole time when we were hunting the Wallabies, no dice, not even one. We got a different shiny while we were hunting the Wallabies. What a funny game. Oh! You haven't played this in so long, you were too scared and broke to get the DLC. There was a scared DLC wiped your save file? That was a thing? I didn't know about that. Bro? I didn't know that that was a thing. Oh my goodness. This thing when people pre-ordered the DLC. Bruh. I had no idea that was an issue. I know that some people's games got messed up when they did the connection between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I know there was that glitch was around for a while. John Cena is a 16-time world champion. The only other person who's accomplished that is Ric Flair. Is Ric Flair still like involved? Like he's quite old, and as far as I'm aware, he was still like occasionally like involved in WWE. Oh, he's done. Okay, that's good because he's like got to be at least like he's like 80, right? But he was active as of like not that long ago, right? Like maybe 10 years or less. Pokemon Violet was the first game you beat the story off. Pokemon Violet probably actually has one of the best stories in like Pokemon, honestly, I would say. Genuinely actually like some hard-hitting emotional moments. Hit one last match and it sucked. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the guy is like, if not already 80, he's pushing 80. There's only so much that you can do once you get to that age. It doesn't matter how like well you take care of yourself. Once you get to around 80, you're just frail. It's good that he went out with like one more match, even if it wasn't that good. I'm sure he would have. He was happy that he at least got to go out wrestling, right? In spite of its flaws, I will say I do think that Scarlet Violet is one of the better Pokemon games. But there are definitely some big flaws. The performance issues are kind of unforgivable, truth be told. The lighting on some Pokemon is so whack as well. Yeah. I totally get you, Drax. When it comes to your health, you really do have to put that first, like... Sometimes, you know, even if there's something that you really want, or you really want to do, if it's gonna, like, cause you potential serious injury or trauma or something, you really, at some point, need to say enough's enough. I need to just, like... step back. Hurt your back recently. hopefully on the road to recovery if you can get like some physio or something like that. I've used a custom of Nemona's battle theme. Are you going to be producing beats? We're going to see Neko plays the next big producer. You're resting and doing what you need to get better. That's good. That's good. That's all that we can ask, is that you're taking it one step at a time, doing the things you need to do to get better. No, it's not an easy path. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time. Follow doctor's advice. Rest, recover, all that sort of stuff. It sounds obvious, but sometimes we need to hear like the obvious things, right? You'll stream it again. Yes. Yeah, dude, let me know. Graduating this year. Yo. What sort of degree is it, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Is it a bachelor's? Is it a diploma? You don't have to say like the details, but just like what sort of like qualification is it? It's an associate's degree. Nice. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Good for you. Good for you. Young me saying screw the doctors, yeah. I think we're all like that when we're younger, right? We're all sort of like, you know, I'm invincible, I can take on the whole world. And then as you start to get, you know, closer to your 30s and into your 30s and stuff like that, it's like, maybe I'm not so invincible. Being a macho guy isn't as cool as it used to be. And whenabouts do you graduate? Is it end of the year, Neko, or is it like... So I don't know how... I know you're like, in America, high schools, you graduate, like the year ends in like the middle of the year. I was just wondering if college is the same. Hey, thank you for the head pats. Yay. Appreciate it. In December. Oh, okay. Yeah, here every type of education finishes at like the end of the year. Well, you can graduate from college mid-year, depending on you know, what program you do and when it finishes and stuff like that. Like, there's some people in my batch when I was studying who like finished mid-year because they did like when the rest of us had like summer or winter off, they did like extra subjects so they could finish faster. But for me, I was like, no, I will not be doing that. I'm going to enjoy my breaks. I still got where I needed to go in the end. That's the main thing. How big the kitty cat is, it may take your arm, but it's worth it to pet the kitty. Yes. This is very true. I'm literally left out of the strings here. Yeah. Well, it's just a couple more months and you'll be able to get back into it. That's the main thing. Just look on the bright side. Just like 2 more months and you'll be back in the swing of things. Would you pet a tiger? Yes. Will you die in the process? Yes. Enjoy lurking, Willow. Thank you for the raid. Once again. Do make sure you check Willow out if you haven't already, folks. They're a good streamer. They're a good lad. Bro, I have no idea if maybe I've seen like the shiny already and I just haven't noticed. I like have no idea at this point. All these Pokemon are looking the same at this stage. When you graduate, #1 priority is to move out. Yeah. Never hunted for it. And like it's because I looked up the shiny and it doesn't look that different. It's like its head is like a slightly different, it's like a slightly more red instead of pink, and its wings are like brown instead of black. Hey, just dropping by. No worries, Mazda. Take care. Have a great day. The shadows don't help. Yes, exactly. This is one of my complaints about this game. The lighting is kind of scuffed. It makes stuff look different when it's not. One of the things I don't like about this game. Why can't we get the sound cue or sparkles? Yeah, they should have just added the sound from bloody Pokemon Legends. I don't know why they didn't. There's like literally no reason why they wouldn't add in the sound effect from Pokemon Legends. It was been such a simple fix. Just bring. And why can't you sleep and like pass the time in this game? That's my other like big complaint that I just don't understand. Like it makes no sense that it's not like a function. That's when your backlog of games start to pile up. Pokemon Legends is really good. Again, Pokemon Legends is probably one of the better Pokemon experiences. I do hope they do another Legends game. I don't want it to become like a super regular thing, but they should definitely at least do like one more. You know, it's probably a 2 break to get an badge. Yeah, I could imagine if you're a grinder, it's a good grinder's paradise. Like those research tasks were like very grindy. I just got the completed the Pokédex. I didn't max out every single Pokemon. If you like grinding though, I imagine you'd really enjoy just maxing out every single Pokemon. You can get OP if you just max out the whole first area. Yeah, that game has one of the easiest shiny hunts like of all time. Don't know how you'd like it, how open it is compared to Violet. They're very different games, is what I'd say. They're like very, very, very different games. It's hard to even compare them, honestly. Is this shiny like even in the game? Like Yes, I completely agree. Arceus is very different but worth it. Only thing that's similar is the Titan boss battle stuff. Yeah. That's true. Both this game and Legends have, you know, quote-unquote boss battles. Well, the Legends ones, they're not like just a straight-up battle either. At least not all of them. If you ever get a better paying job, you might get it, yeah. Sounds like a plan. It's definitely you'll need to move out, yeah, for sure. Unless you can get some like roommates or something. Yeah, the boss stuff wasn't much about trainers. You had to do stuff and actually beat the Pokemon. Yeah, it was very different. That was the big thing. I liked how different it was. I was offering rooms for $300 a month. Yeah. That's why roommates could be handy if you have any friends that you could consider moving in with. Yeah. 300 a month would be very, very good. Out of apartments and cost of living being so high. I don't mind swearing. I don't swear a whole lot, but I don't mind if people want to swear in chat. You're welcome to express yourself as long as you're not being like, you know, rude or something. You shouldn't be swearing at like me or something or other people. If you're just expressing your own feelings, that's fine, but you shouldn't like attack somebody. That's basically my rules on swearing. You'd rather have your roommates be furries as well. It's fair. If you wanna have people that share your interests. That's why I'm saying like it might be better if it's friends rather than just randoms. Gonna pepper no apartments will accept it. That's an interesting thing about the place where I live in Australia. It's actually illegal to reject somebody based on them having a pet. Like in terms of landlords. Like landlords can't say no pets allowed. Like, they are, like, legally required to accept anybody. Like, I'm sure, like, it's still, like, the discrimination still happens. Like, let's say you have two people applying for your place. If you were a landlord, just imagine you're a landlord for a second. One person doesn't have a pet and the other person does. You could just say, oh, I'll go with the person without the pet. But legally, they can't just outright say no pets. And if you're the only person applying for the place and you've got a pet, then they either get their money or they don't. So. In the sunlight, they're a lot easier to tell if it's the shiny version or not. You'd want a praying mantis as a pet. Surely, I don't think anybody would mind an insect, right? Like, it's like in an enclosure or something, right? Like, it's not just going to be wandering around. Surely they wouldn't have anything against an insect, like a pet insect. Then again, this is America we're talking about. No offense. You had a dog for 20 years, goodness. And for 4 years till 24. Wow. It's a long, long time to have a dog. You do know some people you'd love to live with in the future, but right now you just have your own, yeah. I mean, if you know where they are and stuff like that, like if they live near you, you can always like broach the subject, saying like, hey, yo, would you know, what's your living situation? Would you like to potentially like go halves or thirds or whatever on a place? Different states. Yeah. Is moving states difficult in America? Moving states is expensive. True. I mean, just moving in general is expensive. You could just be moving like down the street, it's gonna cost you a decent amount of money. This country's bigger than you think. No, I know it's big. Australia is big too. Like I think a lot of people don't realize that Australia is that big. People get suspicious, really? Huh? Like, is that something that actually happens? People like, why are you moving? Why would you ever want to leave Texas? It's the greatest state on earth. If you're actually from Texas, you want to move to Texas. Ah, you're from New York. New York. Yeah, New York City's expensive, right? Gonna move to Colorado. You're from Georgia. I've heard Colorado's like pretty good. Like, you never really hear much about Colorado, which I think is probably a good thing. I don't know much about Georgia either. You got a lot of friends down there? That's good. It sounds like a good reason to move. I think it's going to become nighttime again, so we're going to have to break in this hunt. Bruh, the fact that we haven't got this shiny yet is kind of annoying. Ah, yeah, so you want to move to Colorado to be with friends. That makes sense, Your cousin used to live there. Ah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, a big move like that, you really don't want to be moving, in both of your cases, quite, like, very far. Just, like, completely on your own and with no support when you arrive. You really need somebody there, or, like, somebody that you're moving with. So I totally get where you guys are coming from. So, like, if you were moving one state over, like, from Georgia to, like, Florida or something, I'm sure it's not going to be that difficult to move. Or to, like, South Carolina or something. Or from New York moving to, like, you know, New Jersey or Connecticut or something. It's probably not that hard, but moving quite a distance is obviously going to be a lot more difficult. Three people that you want to move in with are in 3 different states: Ohio, Colorado, California. Just like very far from each other. And you're in Georgia. You got like somebody from like each time zone, I think. Each of the 4 like main American time zones. It's amazing. Just goes into too much detail. You don't have much family other than your cousin. New York has a lot of pain from losing. Yeah, no, I get that. Sometimes a fresh start is just what you need. I think so. I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the 4 different time zones, unless Colorado's in the same time zone as California. Because Georgia's the East Coast one, Ohio is the next one over. I think Colorado is the 3rd one, Mountain Time. And then California is the Pacific Time. Like, I know there's more than 4 time zones in the United States, obviously, but... Oh no, Ohio is the same as yours. Sorry. So you got 3 of the 4 time zones. Whenever I hear Ohio, I think of that Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio song. What's the meme? Why is Ohio such a meme? Like, as Americans, can you explain the Ohio meme to me? Like, what's so bad about Ohio? Not quite sure. Yeah, for sure. Bro, I actually can't believe that we we still haven't had a shiny of this Pokemon. Went last month to visit a friend of 4 years. Hey, that's good. Just happy to make friends. That's good. I'm always happy when people can meet up in industries. You got to see a flock of flamers. Oh. Very cool. Even know who he was. I don't know much about him, but the name sounds very familiar. I know he's like an artist, right? But I don't know any of his songs off the top. I got no reason to be mean. Try and have an open mind because you don't know people's backstory. Very true, very true. It's a good way. It's a good way to look at life, is to not judge people on first appearances, because you really, like as you said, you really have no idea what they've been through. Just judging somebody off like a first impression is like not good. Because they could have just had a crappy day. Like, they might be the most amazing person normally, but you know, your first impression of them was they were kind of rude. But they could have just had a really bad day at work. Here's a cardboard cutout of John Cena in the corner of his dorm room. Must be a big fan. He said it was for the memes. Like what? Like when you went into his room, you're like, hey, what's that doing in there? And he's like, what? There's nothing there. Because you can't see John Cena? Is that the sort of meme that he was going for? He didn't do that. Seems like a wasted opportunity. Like, I would have thought the whole point of having a John Cena cutout was that you could do that sort of joke. I just wanted a cardboard cutout. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, you like wake up after having like a, you know, nightmare or something, and you just see like the shadow in the shape of like a person just standing there. It's like, oh god, I'm about to die. And it's just a bloody John Cena. Or Danny DeVito. True. At least the Danny DeVito one would be really short, though. Because how tall is that guy? He's like 4'10" or something. He's tiny. At this point, I honestly don't know if I've like walked past this shiny like 5 times or something. He's 4'10". I was actually right. That's a shock, considering that we don't even use feet and inches here. Like, people still do, like, if you ask somebody how tall they are here, there's a good chance they will answer in feet and inches. But it's not, like, commonly used other than that. You don't have someone in the central time zone. Get your sword. Yes. The Hercules game, right? Yeah, I think they're saying you to collect somebody in every time zone. So you need somebody in the central time zone. Friend from each time zone. Yeah. I'm sure it can't be that hard. Which states are in central time zone? Is it like bloody like Texas, right? Well, my friend Kuso is in the central time zone. He's in Texas right now. He's also a streamer. Yeah, the Alaskan and Hawaiian time zones, true, but those are just like one state each, so I don't really count them as like America is like a bunch of time zones, but the 4 main ones, like unlike the continental United States. But yes, Alaska and Hawaii do have their own time zones. Or you make a Fakemon region. Let's go. Dude, at this point, I honestly don't know if I've seen the shiny already, and I just didn't even know. I'm like losing my mind. I have no idea if I've seen the shiny or not. The region is based off all 6 time zones of the USA. Ah. Sounds cool. Australia is divided into 3 or 4 time zones. But we have some weird time zones. Like where Remrem is, for those who know Remrem. Remrem's one of my good friends, he's also Australian. His time zone is 30 minutes behind mine. Not an hour, it's 30 minutes behind. Most random time zone in human history. 30 minutes, how's that possible? I don't know, it just is. It's like right now for me it's 10:12, so for him it would be 9:42. It's weird. It's like a half time zone. Pick a starting location, town, and 60 stuff in the level scales with you. That's cool. Another fake one, which is more in depth in story and all that. Well, good luck. Luck with making your fake one. I'm about to like lose my mind with this outbreak, honestly. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've been on this outbreak for quite some time. I heard that you've heard the stuff you've heard your sister say will make my head spin. Oh goodness. It's definitely a brother. This liquid death sparkling water is made of witch's water. What? First of all, there's actually a drink called Liquid Death. That's a great name for a drink. Liquid Death, that's badass. 6 time zones, each location has a deck size 120, 60 new, 60 returning Pokemon. Oh. I think it's now nighttime. Yeah, it's nighttime, so the Volibes will stop spawning. Ugh. Alright, let's finish off the Spinnerack outbreak, and then we'll do the Toadscruel outbreak. It's just sparkling water. We've tried it, but it's a slight tang on the aftertaste. That doesn't sound that nice. Also, wait, each location has 60 new Pokemon, so you're saying there's going to be 360 new Pokemon in that game? That's a lot. Like, obviously a lot of them will be like evolutionary lines, so it's not technically like 360 completely new Pokemon. You know, there's like the evolutions. But yeah, that's very in-depth. By far, well and truly the most new Pokemon out of once. Starters are a Werewolf, Grass Dark, Horse, Fire Fairy, Whale, Water Psychic. Very nice. Grass type Werewolf beams. I feel like in general a Werewolf Pokemon would just be cool. because how America's built on lore and urban stories. I mean, America's got a lot of different, like, Wow! Are you actually kidding me right now? I spend so long hunting for bloody Wallaby. And they're just like, oh, here's another shiny Spinnerack. Oh my god. Just like that. Just like that. They're like, hey, here's another one, why not? Goodness. Yeah, I was gonna say, Neko, I was thinking the same thing. A Mothman Pokemon. That would be really cool. Mothman is just so interesting. The Outbreak dispersed. That was like the end of the Outbreak. One of the last Pokemon that spawned was the tiny. Oh my god. Zodiac signs. And they're all CMA from the translation. I mean, it could be like the ride Pokemon like Cyclers are, right? That'd be right. We're just gonna clear this Outbreak. I'm not that interested in like planning this. I've already got 2 Toad Schools. I just don't think I've evolved Toad School. I've got a lot of shinies that I haven't like evolved yet. Salak Berry? What the heck? Anyways, you remember Mothman as there was a drawing of him where you were scared but you couldn't look away. I mean, that's generally like the experience of people with the Mothman, at least according to like the stories, right? You know, you're just like driving in where is it? West Virginia, right? Or is it just Virginia? One or the other. West Virginia, Virginia. Close enough. And you're like just driving and then you just see the Mothman. And he's bad news, right? If you see him, something bad's gonna happen. Not necessarily to you, but just in general. It is West Virginia, okay, good. Cyclizars in the region, Farum, Revafarum. And have a gimmick where its physical body changes on the model of the car. Ah, okay. Yeah, exactly. That was my understanding too. I remember watching a movie about it. I think it's just called The Mothman Chronicles. It's like loosely based on true events, I think, right? That movie? Could be wrong. No, as far as I'm aware, there's not. I remember in the movie, and again, I don't know if the movie's... Like, obviously, like, it is a movie, so I'm sure they took some artistic liberty. I'm pretty sure it was based on what some guy said happened. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, according to, like, the legends around the Mothman, like, it's... Like, if you see the Mothman, something bad's gonna happen. There's not really anything you can do about it. I mean, because then, like, it always brings up the idea of, like, Now we're getting into some deep topics. Like, if you could see the future, could you actually change it? Or is it already set in stone? Do we have free will, or are we just following, like, some sort of predetermined path? These are all big questions. Hey, welcome back, Bees. We're discussing deep, very deep topics right now. But yeah, it's like, do we actually control, like, our own destinies or not? Is everything already predetermined? I don't know. Because I always thought, like, it depends, like, how fixed, like, visions are in the future. Like, if somebody has, like, a genuine vision of the future, like, the question is, are they seeing the future that would have transpired if they didn't know that this thing was going to happen? Or are they seeing the exact future that is going to happen because they know? So, like, the idea of, like, you see the vision, and because you try and stop whatever's happening, it ends up happening in the exact way that it pans out in your vision. Or can you change your fate? I don't know. I don't even know why we're talking about this. Why I'm going so deep into this. It's just things that I think about. It's a way to change your fate. You'll make a better fate with your friends by your side. That's a good attitude to have. You can change your fate, but it's dark about the destiny leads to the same path, which is the end. Hey Mezzo, enjoy lurking. Pick a possible willpower chooses your results and you just effectively because people grow and change. I think knowing a future would cause a change in their behavior, but I'm not sure in the results. That's what I'm saying. That's sort of like the thing that I'm like getting at. Like, knowing the future could change our actions, but is the actual event or the outcome already going to happen? Like, let's say you have a vision that, like, a plane is going to crash, right? Oh, that's a shiny scroll. Very cool. This is a really dope looking shiny, by the way. Let's hit him with a quick ball. I love how the one shiny that I've actually been trying to get, the bloody Volibee, is just nowhere to be seen. I'm getting every other shiny except for bloody Volibee. One of the best shinies in this game. It is really cool. Yeah, so back to my example. Let's... Why am I thinking about this? Anyway, let's just continue on with this. Let's say that you have a vision that, like, a plane's going to crash. And you know the flight number and all that. Like, you're not going to be on the plane. Like, there was no outcome where you were on the plane. It's just literally like you saw that the plane was going to have an accident. Like, could you stop it from taking off? Maybe? Would they just think that you're crazy and just arrest you? Like, when you try and tell them, like, hey, this plane's going to crash. They probably would arrest you. They probably think that you're, like, a terrorist or something, right? Or they would just think you're insane. But then would the plane just go, or would they actually stop it? That's the real question. Like, I don't know. And then maybe it's the situation. It's like the worst case scenario, the darkest thing to think about. Maybe the reason the plane crashes is because, like, because of your interference. Like, maybe you, like, break into, like, the control room to try and warn the pilot, and whatever you do actually causes the plane to crash. Think about that. What if that's the way that it works? So your vision comes perfectly true because you were the one that made that situation happen. Just think about it. It's scary to think about, isn't it? Like, the whole reason that that tragedy unfurled was because you had the knowledge that it was going to happen, and your actions led to it happening. Like, that's one of the possibilities if people could tell the future. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what if somebody could actually tell the future. Would that be what happens? Would they actually be able to stop it? Like, maybe they would actually be able to stop the plane from taking off. And then it would be averted. Like, Final Destination. I don't know. You're eating your breakfast at 2:30? Hey, I mean, you only got up a couple hours ago, so why not, right? These are the things that I think about late at night. And now you all have to think about them too. You're gonna make us mad. Like, mad crazy. No, I got that. I knew you weren't gonna be, like, furious at me. Like, how dare you make me think. It's 2:30 PM on a Saturday. I shouldn't have to think. Am I bad for thinking the possibility of saving some isn't possible? Is it really? Really, that's sad. Never playing because I think the same stuff. No, I guess it's just like, because it comes back to, I guess it's kind of time travel, right? Because like, when it comes to time travel, I think it's not possible to go into the past, but it would be possible to go into the future, I think. So if we use that line of reasoning, then it would be possible to actually change the outcome of that situation with the plane. Because if we just basically assume that it's a type of time travel, where because of your future knowledge, you can actually divert history onto a different path. People can change, but you can't change the world. True. So then we sort of are in agreement that, like, that plane is, like, screwed. Damn, the stream took a really weird turn. I want to have another go at hunting the wallabies. But I have to wait until it's daytime. So I'm going to hunt Halucha in the interim. I swear, if I get the shiny Halucha and not the wallaby later, I'm going to be upset. Well, I'm not that upset. I am still getting shinies, so I can't complain that much. Found the Mothman book from your elementary, yo. This stream has taken some weird turns. Some things are invented to happen. Isn't that the idea? And I haven't seen this film, and no spoilers in case people haven't seen it yet, but that Spider-Man movie, the animated Spider-Man film, isn't that the whole concept of canon events? Like, some things just have to happen. Mothman, the unsolved mystery. Your cat is here. Yay. Iki. That's a cute name for a cat. She does repeat itself. Alright, I'll look. Hey Alton, enjoy lurking. Halucha has actually got a really cool shiny as well. I should actually save my game. I think at this point it's probably safe to turn autosaves back on. Yeah, Halucha, I've actually got a shiny Halucha. I hatched it using Masuda. The Masuda method. Oh no, they're spawning inside the rock. Shiny could spawn in there and I would never know. You haven't seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse yet. No, I haven't seen either of the animated Spider-Man films. Got your shiny Halucha, the Spirit of Pride month. Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool shiny for sure. Yeah, in general, I don't really watch a lot of superhero movies. Hey, Wasim, thanks for the follow. I watched them. I should. One of these days. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? That's a good question. I'm like into like I'll call them like quote unquote convenience superpowers. So I don't want to be like, have like laser eyes or stuff like that. I would want something practical like teleportation or flight or mind reading or something like that. True Neko. You'd never want mind reading. I would only want mind reading on the caveat that it's not gonna end up like, what's his name? Mao in Code Geass, where like he can't control it, like he always hears people's thoughts. I would want it to be like I have to want to hear somebody's thoughts. Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree, Nope. I would not want it if I couldn't turn it off. Teleportation's really good. I agree with that. Free vacations, see your friends, very, very true. Super strength and extreme durability. Yeah, those are more like standard superpowers. Nothing wrong with those, but that's the sort of thing that I wouldn't want. I would want like a convenient superpower, not like something that would actually make people have expectations of me. Benino Psyche. Psyche K. His mind reading powers and he hates him. I don't know who that is. Show is fire. Power would be to sleep for 8 hours and not be tired in the morning. Yeah, I don't think you were here, Random, but before we were having a discussion about like, would you rather never have to sleep or never have to eat, drink, or use the toilet ever? And we all sort of agreed that never having to sleep would be so much more powerful. Currently sleep 12 plus hours a day. That's crazy. I can't even imagine sleeping for that long. I usually only sleep for like 5 hours a day, something like that. Hypersomnia. It's like the opposite of insomnia, huh? Gee. Oops. Yeah, I get between like 4 to like 7 hours sleep usually. So I usually go to bed around 11 or 12. When I have to go to work, I wake up at 5. On weekends, I wake up around 5 still because my body's so used to it. But I like still like lay in bed, and oftentimes I am usually able to fall back asleep. Wake up at 5 because you have an asthma attack. Gee. You can have asthma attacks when you're asleep? I didn't know that. That sounds very dangerous, now that I think about it. Wake up at 5 for work, yeah. You know, right, it's because you're eating. That's okay, no stress. Work stinks, you kill it. And sometimes during the night I'll like wake up. Just like at random too. Hungry. Is there like a snack or something you can grab? Something just to fill you up quickly. Okay, wait. It's nighttime, which means it'll be daytime in the other region. And now we can go back to we can go back to the Volibee hunt. You work in retail for a couple months. Yeah, retail is just nasty, honestly. Retail sucks. I don't think I've ever heard somebody like who works in retail saying like, oh, I actually really enjoyed working in retail. It's really fulfilling. Wait, it's nighttime here too? How's it nighttime in both areas? That's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be nighttime in one and day in the other. Or am I crazy? Was it not nighttime? Now I'm kind of confused. You working in an office, Max? Some crazy people there. Oh no. It's an office supply store. There are always like Karens and stuff like that just around, man. That's just how it is, unfortunately. This lady was having a bad day. She slammed items on the counter and walked out when you told her the price. What the hell? Did she like not realize what she was picking up or something? The outbreak has dispersed. Just mad at anything. Oh god. Only 2 items? My goodness. Now the big thing is like some people just honestly don't. Yeah, retail workers get it bad. I'm just gonna head back to the other area and wait until it's time to go for more wallabies. I think a lot of people don't realize that retail workers are also like human beings. They think that like you're there to like serve their every like whim. I didn't realize like, oh, the person I'm talking to is actually a human being. Maybe I should treat them with like some level of respect. They're not capable of like making that connection. Or it's like when people go to restaurants and they like yell at the waiter or waitress, right? Because the food is bad. Like, dude, this person didn't make the food, they just brought it to you. So full. That's the point of breakfast. Breakfast is to break the fast at night. Didn't eat for however many hours you're asleep, now you're eating. to wait until daytime, then we can be hunting Wallaby here. I want to give it one more like go. Try and hunt this guy. My goodness. Bear. Make a grilled cheese. You know what? Why not? Yo, Luke is playing Pokemon Sword. He's probably shiny hunting. That guy's got some insane luck in Pokemon Sword in terms of his shinies. He's caught like almost every legendary shiny in the Dynamax Adventures. It's nuts. Well, not almost every. He's caught a lot. He's got all the Ultra Beasts. He's got the Lake Trio. He's got a bunch of other stuff too. All shiny, not just like caught, like shiny. Have I caught Wallaby? Oh, he's right there. What's his evolution called? I don't remember what Wallaby's evolution is called. Mandibuzz. It's Mandibuzz. Yes, there we go, Mandibuzz. Took me a second to remember. Ah, not P. PM. Mandibuzz. Yeah, it evolves like really late. Him and Braviary. They have like really late evolutions. I remember that. Like, it's like, by the time you reach like the Elite Four in Unova, you might just be able to get them up to the level to evolve. It's weird. Them. Level 50 isn't worth unless it's a pseudo. Yeah. 100% agree. How long have you been a streamer? Almost 2 years. Twitch is trying to get me to do a streamer anniversary. I don't even know when I'll do it. I don't know when I have time. Yeah, I've been streaming for almost 2 years. Actually, just over 2 years. I started in September 2021. Awesome, it's a long time. Yeah, it is a long time. It's fun, though. Yeah, I've seen, like, lots of people come and go. Like, apart from, like, IRL friends, I don't think I've got any, like, of the same people who used to watch me back then who even watch me anymore. Kind of weird, but... Ooh, shiny Hoot Hoot! Yay! Bro, we're getting every shiny except the one that I actually want. Yeah, we're popping off tonight. We're getting so many shinies today. Ooh, I did not want to kill you by accident. There we go. Yeah, we are going ham with these shinies today. It's great. It's a nice shiny, just like a gold. Very cool. Nearly daytime. See, I don't see why there isn't like a thing that just like lets you skip to like daytime. Like, come on. I think it is starting to get brighter. I think we will start to see the Volleys again. A lot of A-bombs around here. It's definitely getting light out. Alright, will we get shiny Volleybee? Preferably I'd get 2 shiny Vollebees, truth be told. So I can evolve one. Hey dragons. How am I doing okay? We've got quite a few shinies this stream actually, so I'm very pleased with that. But the one shiny that I've really been hunting, the Volleybee, has not appeared. We've gotten tons of other stuff. Not the one I was actually trying to get. would drive me up the wall, I swear. Yeah, other than the elusive shiny, I'm doing okay. Hopefully you are too. Seas. 20 year-round Pokemon. Ah, okay. 434 new Pokemon? That's like almost half of the total amount of Pokemon as new. You're creating a lot of work for yourself. Are you actually making like a ROM hack or something like that, or is this just like purely like you're just doing the designs and like having fun with it? Fun. I can see where your grind gets. You write stuff out, then draw it out. Maya, hello! How are you, Maya? Hopefully you're doing okay. I've caught quite a few shinies today, actually. But, this one particular shiny I've been trying to get has not been appearing. Yes, how are you, Maya? Are you doing okay? Feeling a little better? Stretch, we can do a stretch. Doing okay, it's not as bad. That's good. That's the main thing, as long as it's getting a little better. Okay, I need to do a stretch. Long cat. Yeah, at this point, I don't know if this shiny even exists. How long have I hunted this? Like, the stream's nearly gone on for 3 hours at this point. Probably at least half of that, if not more, has been this particular shiny hunt. 8 regional forms and 8 conversions. Sounds so complicated. I don't have enough brain cells to keep track of all that sort of stuff. I think we're almost at the end of our tether here. I don't know if I can keep going for much longer. I really wanted this shiny, but I don't think it's gonna pop. I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to come up with this sort of stuff. So you've obviously done very well. You got a good creative mind. Hey, Cyber Queen, thanks for the raid. Hey, hey. How are you? Thank you for the raid. What were you up to today? Let's have a look. Playing some Overwatch 2, nice. I never played any Overwatch. Isn't this my third raid of the night? I think it's my second. Yeah, Willow raided earlier, and now Cyber's raided. Yeah, I appreciate it all the same. Thank you. Very kind of you to choose me to raid, and hopefully you got some good wins in your Overwatch. But I don't know much else about the game to like offer some commentary, unfortunately. Should try it. I'm not really into those sorts of games. I'm really bad at them. If I had like a full team, I might consider it, but let's see. I don't know if you're still here, Maya, but Maya, do you want to play Overwatch? I don't know. You heard your name. I was asking if you wanted to play Overwatch. Nah, I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea, I don't think. Where did this come from? I got raided by somebody who was playing Overwatch. I would only ever really play a game like that if I had people to play with. I'm mostly being lighthearted here, Maya. Not super serious about it. We've got plenty of other games to play already. I think we'll focus on those first before we even think about anything else. Want to play Paladins first? If you wanted to play that, I don't mind. Just tell me what you want to play, Maya. I had a VTuber friend. I don't know if he still streams even, but I remember he used to play Paladins. Did you play Paladins, Maya? What's the difference? I'd play with you if you wanted to, yeah. You do play? I mean, if you want, we can play together. Just teach me, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I might have to give up on this shiny. Or if you talk a bit too much about your ideas, that's okay. You're welcome to share your thoughts and your different ideas for Pokemon. It's fun to read about. Yeah, Maya, if you want, we can play it. I'm down to play anything. Teach me, Sensei. Teach me, Maya, Sensei. Teach me your ways. Well, what's different about Paladins and Overwatch, Maya? lessons involve you going most of the time. Any Overwatch characters you know are Tracer, D.Va, Widowmaker, and Genji. I know there's also the monkey, Winston. That's about it. I've never really played games like that. Like Overwatch, Paladins. There's other ones as well. They're sort of like hero shooters. I guess that's what you call it, right? A hero shooter. Even Valorant is similar, right? It's kind of like a Team Fortress type, Counter-Strike type game, but everyone has like different abilities and powers and stuff. So it's, I guess, like a hero shooter. That's the term that I would use to describe it. God. I don't know how we haven't gotten this shiny this whole time. All this time that I've been searching for it. Bro. We've gotten like so many other shinies. I've literally gotten 5 other shinies. D.Va Tracer would make splattered all over the internet. What do you mean by that? I think I know what you mean. It is sus, yeah, that's what I thought you meant. I think I'm running out of brain cells. It seems pretty clear to me, unfortunately. Shiny's not going to appear. As much as I might want it to. Alright, let's just clear out, let's finish off this outbreak, and then we'll call it a night. We're up to like 3 hours, I think that's probably a good place. It was really bad when Pokemon stuff was released. It's like when I was hunting Tauros. I don't know if Maya, if you're still here, if you remember that. I was hunting the Tauros. I was hunting it for like 6 hours and I didn't get a shiny. Like it happens sometimes. The game sometimes is really generous and sometimes you're just really unlucky. Oh, it was terrible hunting Tauros, honestly. Now the worst part was that I didn't get it in the end. Like it would have been okay if I ended up getting the shiny in the end. So I would have been like, alright, that was painful. But I got the shiny. And what happened, it was the worst of both worlds. I didn't get the shiny. And I wasted like 6 hours. Okay, we fought some more of the outbreak. Ah. Pokemon from the Outbreak dispersed. Man, that's a pity. I was really keen on getting shiny Volbees, but alas, was not to be. Alright, let's head back to town. We'll do a quick recap of everything we caught, then we'll call it a night, I think. So 3 hours of shiny hunting is not a bad effort, I think, if you ask me. Teal. There we go. Back whenever you need. Yes, I will. Alrighty, let's have a look what shinies we got. So, we got 6 shinies. For some reason I thought we only got 5. So we started off with a shiny Ducklet, which was completely random. Then we ended up getting 3 shiny Spinnerax. I only wanted 2, but we got a 3rd one. Then we got shiny Toadscruel, which was actually really cool. It's a nice shiny. And then Hoot as well. So, the Spinnerax were from an Outbreak, the Toadscruel was an Outbreak, the Hoots and the Ducklet we got while hunting for Volbeat. Just no Volbeat appeared. No shiny Volbeat. But we got the other things. So I am not going to complain. Some good shinies. And good times. The autosave is back on. Yes, I just needed to make sure the autosave, I'd remember to switch it back on for next time. But yes, thank you for joining me, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's stream, and hopefully you got to see some cool shinies that maybe you've never seen before. So thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you all in the next stream, in the next video. Bye-bye.